Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about quadrilateral and rhombus, two dimensional shapes. Which two are left? We have not discussed in the previous video. Two-dimensional shape, quadrilateral. If quadrilateral, you know that in a quadrilateral you have four sides, four-sided figure, which is four sides and four corners, four vertices. So when you want to find the area of a quadrilateral, actually whatever we have already discussed, parallelogram, rectangle, square, these now we will afterwards we will discuss about rhombus also. All these are the family are from the family of quadrilateral, because all of the figures are four sided and four vertices you have seen. So these are the family from this family of quadrilateral. Now if you want to find a area of a quadrilateral, then and in this quadrilateral, if one diagonal is given, say one diagonal is given and height from one vertices, one diagonal, one height is given here, another height is given on this diagonal. So in this condition you can find the area of this quadrilateral. So say it is height 1, so it is height 1 and we are taking this one as height 2. So what will be the area of this quadrilateral? Now in this quadrilateral, if you know one diagonal and two heights on this diagonal, then you will find the area of this quadrilateral half into, you know that this one is diagonal, this is diagonal, AC you have taken as diagonal, so diagonal and the two heights into h1 plus h2. That means if you want to find the area of a quadrilateral and you have a diagonal and two heights, you know it is given, then you can find the area of the quadrilateral in this way. Any kind of quadrilateral, if diagonals and the heights on these diagonals you know, then you can find the area in this way. Half into product of the diagonal into sum of the two heights multiplied by half, then you will get the area of this quadrilateral. And perimeter, you know, as it is an ordinary quadrilateral, so all the sides about these sides are not equal, opposite sides are also not given as equal. So we can how can we find the perimeter of this quadrilateral? Yes, sum of all the sides. Understood? Now rhombus. Now you know that rhombus is a quadrilateral where all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal, but it is not a square because angles are not 90 degree. It is not given that angles are 90 degree. So if the sides are equal and angles are not 90 degree, then in that case it will be a rhombus. And if you know the diagonals, say it is a one diagonal, it is a D1, and it is another diagonal, say it is D2, diagonal are given in here, then how to find the area of the rhombus? Now these two diagonals, you know that you have taken that as D1 and D2, and you know that diagonals of a rhombus are bisect each other at 90 degree. As 90 degree means all the angles are 90 degree. This is the diagonals are perpendicular to each other, so all the angles are 90 degree. Now how to find the area of a rhombus where all the sides are equal, you know, so half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. So these, in this way, if you know the length of the diagonal, then you will find the area of the rhombus in this way. And perimeter, as you know all the sides are equal, and how many sides are there? 4 sides. So directly you can write 4 into side. As you are finding the perimeter of a 4 into we are finding the perimeter of a square, the same way we can find the perimeter of a rhombus also. So now we will discuss about the two-dimensional figures, and their area and perimeter. Try to understand it, and if it is clear to you, then we will start the sum. It will be very easy for you. Afterwards we will discuss about three-dimensional figures. Now question number 1, exercise 11.1, question number 1. A square and a rectangular field with measurements are given in the figure. You can see the square has 60 meter length of the sides, and you know the square has all the sides are equal, so all the sides are 60 meter and 60 meter and 60 meter, so all the sides are equal in length. And a rectangle, figure number B, its length is only given, breadth we don't know, but it is given that the perimeters of these figures are same perimeter. So we can find the perimeter of a square. As perimeter of a square solution, we are starting here. Perimeter of a square, of the square, particular this square of the square in figure A is 4 into side, all the sides are equal, 4 into side, so 4 into 60 meter, that is 240 meter. And therefore perimeter of the rectangle also, perimeter of the rectangle figure B is 2 into L plus 2 into B, 2 times L and 2 times B. I have written in this way because we need to find breadth now. So 2L into 2 plus 2B, and 2L you know, 2 into 80 plus 2 into B, we don't know what is B, so 160 plus 2B meter, 160 plus 2B meter. According to the question, these two perimeters are same, so we can write in this way. There, according to the question, 160 plus 2B is equal to 240, because the perimeters of the two figures are same. It is given in the question. So you will find the breadth of the rectangle now. Now 2B is equal to 240 minus 160. If you subtract it, 2B is equal to, subtract it, it will get 80. Therefore B is equal to 80 by 2. Cancel it, you will get 40. So B will be 40 meter. That is breadth of the rectangle. Breadth of the rectangle is equal to 40 meter. Now you have to compare the whose area is larger. Which field has larger area? You need to compare the. Now to find the area of the square and area of the rectangle, what we can get? Area of the square, you know the sides are 60 into 60, side into side. So 60 into 60 meter square, that is 6 is 36, 0 meter square. And area of the rectangle, now you know the length into breadth, length is 80 meter, and breadth you have just find out, it is 40 meter. So 80 into 40 meter square, 4 8s are 32, 0 meter square. Now you can clearly see that which area is larger. The area of the square, that is figure A, is larger, has larger area. Therefore square has larger area. Understood? Now you need to practice the formulas, whatever we have discussed in the previous video and this video, and we have already started the sums also. Only one sum we have done today. Practice it. Thank you, students.